Damn, Daniel! Damn, Daniel!
Yo everyone, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing okay. And welcome to the second part of the, the fake pred build. First of all, I just want to apologise for not getting the video out yesterday. I just had a few issues, but I'm here now. And also I want to apologise, not for putting it in the, same video. I really wanted to showcase the gameplay of this build, and the video was getting a little bit too long, so I decided to break it up into two videos, keep everyone interested. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump in and show you the build. So there it is, and a few people guessed right in the comments. I'm not sure if you've seen a sneaky peek of it, in the last video, but a few people got it totally wrong as well. I'm not gonna lie, a few people got it way wrong. But yeah, that's it. It's the 3 pred, the 2 banshee and the ninja, and really I didn't expect to make another Predator's Mark video. I didn't think I'd ever make the set a build on it ever again, but here I am. And I just stumbled across it because I was trying out the 3 banshee. So instead of the knee pads there, the pred, I had banshee. I was trying the 3 banshee 2 pred ninja, which used to be a very viable build, and then I just thought I'd try and give this a go, with a baby bleed, and see what it was like. And to be honest, I can't put this build down. I really love this build. It's just the confusion of the build makes it so good. I love Striker, as everyone knows, dual M4s, that's what I live for. But the past few weeks just playing, I keep changing to this build. I don't know what it is. I really have fun on it, and maybe it's a bit more of a challenge because the survivability, with the skill power, isn't great, and it's kind of outside the meta. So maybe that's why I keep using it. But yeah, as you can see from the top, I have just over 8k firearms. I have, quite close to 500k toughness, and then 88k skill power. Now, I did recommend in my last video to run this build in a squad, and I kind of stick by that. If you can run it with a healer, this build just tears people down. It is ridiculous, the burst damage. If you are an advanced player, I have got Manons, solo. I do run it solo, fighting rogues or whatever I'm doing in the dark zone. So yeah, I do like it solo, but I would recommend for anyone who's watching the video to try it in a team first. So let's start off. As you can see, I'm using the house, 24.4k damage. Now, I still haven't got a god roll house, surprisingly. Someone asked me the other day, surely people are just offering to give them to you. That's not the case. I'm no different to anyone else. I still have to, grind. I have got quite a few, but as you can see, sustained, deadly, responsive, competent. I'm just not getting the god roll talents together. And if I could swap Swift for that responsive there, the damage would be insane with an extra 10%, because as you can see in my previous video, the burst damage, it's ridiculous. If you can think of it as, you know, like, I love striker, but you can just burst striker players down before they even build the stacks up. It's just immense. Yeah, I'll show you a clip. Just let me show you a clip. It's not clean, it's not nice, it's unedited, but I kind of come 1v1 with a guy in Last Stand, and you know, just to show you what it's like against a striker player. You know, it's quite confusing for them to deal with.
Hostiles are attacking a fortification at Charlie.
So just quickly, I just wanted to show you, you know, I did say it was 30k damage on the house, but what I want to do is I want to pop a booster and then show you it's actually 31.5k. You know, so that is, anything above 30k on a house is pretty insane. You know, it really does melt people. But I just wanted to show you, you know, how much damage the build actually does when in essence you've got your stacks up. It's really, really powerful. So yeah, as you can see, you know, it wasn't me best 1v1 with someone, as you can say, but I got the job done, and that guy was running striker, and it's very, very viable, you know, against striker players. The secondary that I use, you know, this is where I recommend having a secondary with something like Predatory on. That's what gets me through being solo. If I run this solo, you know, it's a challenge, but Predatory really helps me. You know, it generates 35% of your health. I'm sure everyone knows how good it is by now. So I would recommend, like, I only use this M4 basically to put people on a baby bleed. Now that's why I love this bleed so much. Think of it like when you have a pistol with harmful on, and you know, everyone's been jumped or ganked in the dark zone, and you've come back out the door and he's gone. You know, you can see him in the distance running away. Now, normally we use a pistol and we put them on bleed. Now that's the same kind of bleed that you get from this build, and that's what I use the M4, the lightweight M4, that's what I use it for. And it's just great because if they're at a distance, I had one encounter and I was chasing a manhunt, and it's so intense. You know, when you're putting them on bleed with a pistol, you know, it takes quite a while. You've got to get it to proc. But with this being an assault rifle, or even getting them on bleed with a house, it's so intense and fast, they just can't handle it and they don't know what's going on. So I've had it where I've been chasing a manhunt, I've put him on bleed, you know, I'm forcing him to go through his med kits, pop his boxes, and then I'm constantly putting him on bleed again, and then by the time I've caught him up, you know, he's burnt through his med kits, and you know, his skills are on cooldown, because with the meta, you know, no one really runs with skill power if they're using striker or anything like that. So that's why I love it so much. That's why I really do, and that's why I can't put the build away. But yeah, I'm going a bit off topic here, but you know, back to it, I would recommend using, you know, Predatory on your secondary, or even Determined, you know, because you haven't got much skill power, and that will help you get your skills back quicker, Determined. So yeah, let's go into the build. So as you can see on my chest, I'm on firearms, I'm running health, ammo capacity and skill haste. Now skill haste, you know, you can have anything there really, because that 9% isn't beneficial to me. There's no skill haste on the build. So if you want to put exotic damage resilience or something like that, you know, feel free. But on the mods, now as many people know, quite a lot of the time I like to run crit chance mods. But with this build, you know, not having much skill power and not much survivability in essence, you know, the health, you know, really works out better on this build. So 2 stamina health mods. Now onto the mask. We've got firearms, crit chance, and burn resistance. You know, it's a really nice mask. That's what I'm trying to say as well, is, you know, the build's really orientated around crit chance. It's got crit chance and crit damage all over the build. The mod is again a stamina health mod. Now on the knee pads, now as you can see, I'm running the major as health, and as many of you know, I like to run the crit damage on the backpack and knee pads, but for this build, to make it more sustainable, you know, I like to have the health roll. It really works out nicely. That's rolled onto firearms, and on the knee pads, this is the only firearms mod on the build. So all the rest is stamina health, but just to get me to 8k firearms, I use 1 firearms mod, and that's with a first aid self-heal. Now as you can see, most of the gear, well, all the gear is fully optimized. Now if you ask anyone who knows me out there, I am a nightmare for optimizing gear. I literally want to log in the Division and shoot someone in the face. That is what I want. So for me to go out my way and optimize stuff, you know, it takes a lot because I'm a nightmare to do it. So being the fact that I've fully optimized this build, you know, it kind of shows that I do like it a lot, because it's not something I do. You know, I don't really optimize stuff. That's just because I'm lazy, maybe. But yeah, over to the ninja. We have it on stamina, and then health again, and ammo capacity. Now I've got a stamina health mod, and for some unknown reason, this is like what I'm saying, I'm lazy and I'm always unprepared. I should not have sticky bomb damage mods on there. I do not know why they're on. We should have the first aid self-heal, so you have 2 of them. You know, I do not know what they are doing, the sticky bomb damage mods equipped, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's the backpack. Now the gloves, really nice gloves, fully optimized on firearms, crit chance, SMG damage, because the primary gun is going to be the house to get the most damage, and then crit hit damage. And then finally onto the holster, we have fully optimized main stats and then crit hit chance. So as you can see, I'm really focusing on crit hit chance, crit hit damage, just to get the most burst damage I can out of the build. So let me just show you the talents that I'm running. Now I am running adrenaline, and as most of you know, it's supposed to, you know, make you immune from Predator's mark. I feel like it works, but a few people have been telling me on social media that they don't feel like it's making them immune. But yeah, I'm just running it because I don't want to come up against a Pred player and he melts me. I don't want my counter being a Pred. So, and also it's good for, you know, giving you immunity from them shock turrets. I know a lot of people like to run shock turrets. So yeah, I run adrenaline. I run precision because I'm not using a pulse. That gives me, you know, the pulse for 10 seconds when I hit a headshot. Now, as everyone should know, I run critical save on every single build. I don't even need to talk about that. You know, that is the first talent that is active on this build. The first one I pick is critical save. And then finally, because I did recommend, you know, it's a team orientated build, you know, combat medic is a must. You know, you pop med kits for your team. That's how, you know, you go on huge, you know, man-hunt streaks by working as a team. The only alterations I make, if you don't really like adrenaline, like I say, I know a few people don't think it actually works. I'm not too sure. I feel like it works. If you don't really like that, you know, change it to strike back, because we don't have much skill power with this build, so strike back can always come in, you know, useful. And then what I do when I'm solo, this is like I say for only advanced players, because it is, you know, it's a tough build with not having skill power, but I switch combat medic out and I put on the move on when I'm solo, because, you know, I love on the move, and you don't need combat medic when you're solo because you've got no teammates basically to heal. But yeah, you know, that is the build. You know, let me, like, the positives of the build, you know, its burst damage is insane, and especially if you're running a squad, if you've got a healer and you can be the DPS guy, this build, the damage with the 2 Banshee, because with the 2 Banshee obviously you're getting the 10% damage to auto target. It's pretty insane. Also, you've got the baby bleed, you know, that just gives the illusion, you know, that you're running pred, so it really confuses people, because I know, and as most of you know, when I see that pred symbol, you know, above my head, I instantly, you know, no, I wouldn't say panic, but you know, I pop a med kit or I drop a box if I'm not in one. So that's what I want people to do. I want people to panic. I want them to run through their med kits, and then that gives me a better chance to kill them. So yeah, you could say it's a little bit of a troll build, but like I say, you know, it's an outside the box build. It's what I do. You know, it's not following to the usual meta. But yeah, that's the build, guys. So, you know, as always, thank you so much for watching. You know, we've just hit 6k, I think it was yesterday, 6k subscribers, and I'm totally, you know, gobsmacked. You know, I feel blessed. I just couldn't do it. I don't know how we've hit 6k, because like I say, I struggle to really upload content, you know, as regular as I'd like to, because I work, you know, a really heavy job. But yeah, I really appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. You know, without you guys, you know, taking the time and watching my videos, it wouldn't be possible. If you're new to the channel, you know, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, you know, hit the thumbs up, and make sure you hit that notification bell. That's another issue that YouTube are having. I've seen it on social media. You know, a lot of people aren't getting notified when a content creator uploads videos. So I'd appreciate it if everyone, you know, could hit that notification bell, just so you know when I upload next. And yeah, enjoy. All I can say is go and build it. Go and build it and use it in a squad first, and let me know what you think, because I think it's unbelievable. I think it's a really good different build. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you later.